Good afternoon, I'm Chef Marie. Welcome to my cooking class. Today I would like to share with you one of my favorite bean stew. I will show you also some shortcuts, how to make a vegetarian one and then turn it into a more meaty type dish. I hope you enjoy it and welcome to my class. So we're gonna add just about a teaspoon or two, that's all, of oil, that's all we need. And we're gonna put a very high fire right away. And I'm gonna saute some of my onions first. I want to make them just slightly translucent. I don't want to brown them. I'm going to do this very quickly. The reason I do this is just to seal a little bit the juices from the onion. I don't want to lose it into my dish. See, they're starting to change color. This happens very quickly. Then I'm going to add my garlic. Again, I'm sauteing this very quickly. Give it a few seconds. Okay, next, my carrots. Again, mixing a little tiny bit. And let it a little bit more cooked, about a minute. See, we got a nice little color starting to shape up our dish. Now I'm adding a little bit of red bell pepper. You can also add tomato if you like. I don't because I have an allergy to tomatoes, so I replaced it with my red bell pepper. Now I'm adding my beans, which, by the way, I soaked in boiling water for about 2 minutes and then turn off the fire to let it sit off the fire for about an hour and a half. And that's why the beans really exploded and started to gain their natural shape again. Now I'm adding my liquid. Now I add my bouquet garni to bring it more flavor. There we go. As you notice, I did not add any salt or pepper at this point. So now, meanwhile my beans are cooking, I'm just going to saute my sausage. What I did is I just put the sausage on the Tefal pan, no fat added because the sausage has enough fat, so I don't need any more. I'm just going to brown them on both sides and then put it away on the side for later use. The next thing I will do is remove as much as the fat that is in the pan, but leave just a tiny coating so then I can add my chicken and it will give a little flavor to the chicken without adding too much fat. So let me now put aside without much fat in it. Okay, now as you can see, this is all the much fat that I'm getting rid of. That's a couple of tablespoons right there. So as you can see, I don't have any fat left. I removed it. Just the coating is enough. And now I'm going to saute my chicken in the same way. Again, no need to add any sort of pepper at this point. Now this chicken is very lean. As you can see, there's not actually hardly any fat coming. Why? Because I choose a chicken breast. It's an organic chicken breast, very lean. And this makes, again, a difference of having less fat in your food. I have enough with my sausage, I don't need to add more. Let's saute this again. Make it nice and even everywhere. A little longer. Okay, so now that we've been 30 minutes down, I split in half pretty much, actually more like 2/3 and 1/3 here, my dishes. And that's how you can do it. You can divide it as many times as you want. Now I'm going to make it to whoever. Me, again, remember I have allergy with tomato and celery, so I'm not putting it in there. Here my husband enjoys tomato, so I'm going to give him a little flavor of tomato. First I'm going to give him a little bit of tomato paste to flavor. And to darken also, I'm going to give him some tomato sauce. He likes that. So now you're adding a little bit of liquid, remember? Again, my husband being vegetarian, I have, no animal product in here for him. So now it's becoming nice tomatoey for him, as you can see. Nice and tomatoey. Now I need to finish to cook for him, however. I'm going to start to put a little bit of pepper. Now if you like it hot, like he sometimes does, I put a little Tabasco in it. I could add some peppers, different things. And very light sodium for him, so a pinch, that's it. And voila, you got one ready. So I'm going to continue cooking this until the beans. Now let's finish my meaty type for those in my household who enjoy meat. So I'm putting, again, my sausage. I remove the fat. Now my sausage is going to flavor. I also remove the fat from my chicken, so I only have the meat. I'm putting it here. And I've removed about 2 to 3 tablespoons of fat. That fat, again, add flavor, but I want it removed from my dish and keep it as lean as I can. Now I'm going to continue to cook those now chicken. That's my timer for my beans. My chicken and need a little bit of sodium. Very little because again my sausage is already seasoned. So 2 pinch for larger. Some pepper. Now again you make it as spicy as you want. I like to use a pepper meal rather than already ground pepper because it has a nicer flavor. You can choose different type of peppers if you want. And for me, I like a little bit of cayenne pepper. And it gives you a little spiciness to it. And give me a little of that reddish color as well, which I don't have with tomatoes. So, and now I'm going to bring this to a boil again. And once it boils, reduce the heat. Bring it down to a simmer. So it's been about over an hour. So let's check it out and see how we're doing here. First we're going to start with the tomato one. It's ready. It looks beautiful. Look at that. And I'm going to take the bouquet garni out. And it's ready for serving. So let's have a nice little serving here. There you go. You can serve this with a nice little salad on the side, maybe a little Nice little wheat bread. Here's your first serving of a tomato beans stew. Now let's go to our meat. Beans and sausage and almost also it's ready. Yes, I can see that. Now watch the nice beautiful color as well. What you can also do if you like, if you're not so concerned with being with the vegetarian stock that I started from, if I want a more flavorful, meaty flavor. So what I do at that point is I add a little veal or chicken demi-glace to it, and that makes up for that meat flavor that I wanted more in here. But since I started to keep it vegetarian, now I can finish it and bring it more of that meaty flavor I like. So a little demi-glace will do the trick. About 2 tablespoons will do. Just melt it in. Now as you notice, there's not much fat on top. If there was a lot of fat floating, I would remove it too. And I'll teach you that in a different lesson. But let's check here if our flavor is right and if our salt and pepper is right, which I've done in the one previously, but to save time, I'm doing just this one. It is beautiful, nice and balanced. No need for salt, pepper, nothing. It's very good. So let's have a nice serving here. Now we finished our beautiful dishes here. So we have our meaty bean stew and our vegetarian tomato-based bean stew. I hope you enjoyed the class today. I look forward to seeing you to the next one. Happy cooking!